we all know how dogs and cats communicate as far as barking, meowing, kneading, anything like that, tail wagging. But do you know how other animals, like horses, communicate? It's very similar. Horses have two means of communicating. They have verbal communication and body language. There are four main noises that a horse makes in verbal communication. There's the nicker, the whinny, the squeal, and the snort. The nicker is most commonly a greeting in horses. It's a low, grunt-like noise that many horses use to greet their friends. They greet humans. A mare will use it to talk to her foal. The whinny is the loudest noise that a horse can make, and it's usually used when in distress, when they're separated from each other, when they're calling to one another, trying to find each other, or when they are stallions and they are communicating as far as boundaries. The squeal shows challenge with stallions, often comes before a fight. Many times it ends with one stallion just submitting and moving away. The squeal is also used when a new group of horses is introduced to each other and they establish their pecking order or totem pole of dominance. The snort a horse makes when they are afraid or unsure of anything. It's expelling air through the nostrils strongly, which I have examples of each, and we will start with that. This is the nicker.
Oh, good morning.
Okay. Next, we have the whinny. Next is the squeal. The first video is used when they are establishing a pecking order. The second video is between two stallions. This is the first video. The second video is stallions. This video is of two stallions fighting over a mare. And lastly is the snort. The snort is used when a horse is afraid. I have tortured my horse with a plastic bag to get him to snort. Moving on to body language. There are so many signs with a horse's body language. The most recognizable is the ears, the position of the tail, the stance of the horse, the position of the head, and the look in the eye. A horse who is afraid, you will see the whites of the eyes, the head will be held high, the tail will be clamped against the body, and the horse will generally be overall very stiff. As you can see here, the first picture, the horse's head is held up, you can see the whites of the eyes. In the other photo, the horse's tail is clamped tightly to its body, and its whole body is tense. When a horse is focused, the ears will be forward, the head will be up, the eyes will be alert, but you won't see the whites like you would see with a horse that is afraid. And the tail might be up. Like this, you can see that the horse's head is elevated, the eye is still soft, you cannot see the white, but the ears are positioned forward, and basically it just looks like they're focusing on one particular thing. When a horse is content or happy, they will have a soft eye. Overall, they will be relaxed. Their ears will not be pointing in any particular direction. Their head will sometimes be just resting down. It will not be elevated, nothing like that, as you can see here. When a horse is stressed, the tail will swish, the horse will pin its ears, and sometimes they will grind their teeth. They will, overall, again, be tense. This horse is stressed. You can see the tail is swishing, the ears are pinned, and the horse is running away from something. When a horse is trying to be dominant, the horse will pin its ears, bare its teeth, and most often will charge whoever it is trying to be dominant or aggressive. Dominance and aggression are very similar in horses. As you can see here, an aggressive dominant horse, the horse is obviously being aggressive, is charging a dog. The head is down, the mouth is open, and it is trying to charge and attack the dog. It will be a little bit different in a horse asserting dominance. It will be a very similar stance, but it will be towards another horse. So, in conclusion, there are two main ways that a horse communicates. There is verbal communication, there is body language. Verbal communication, you have the nicker, the whinny, the squeal, and the snort. And in body language, the most common signs are the position of the ears, the position of the tail, the body, and the position of the head and the look in the eyes. So we all know how dogs and cats communicate: barking, meowing, tail wagging. But how many of us know how horses communicate? And I hope there's no more need to wonder.